Uh, so the reason why a woman need a man is because a man is everything a woman is not. A man is ruled by the left side of the brain, which is logic. A woman is led by the right side of the brain, which is emotion. So whenever you have emotions, which is a good thing, but sometimes emotions make a person indecisive. So in some situations, logic is needed. But if you are governed by your emotions, which a woman, I don't care how masculine she is governed by she is governed by her feminine energy. She will be indecisive. She would not move. For example, man, like a person who's attached to a person, since they emotions are attached, they are governed by the emotion. So that is what allowed them to not leave that person because they are weak for them, and your emotions are considered weak. You become vulnerable. Weak is not bad. You become vulnerable, so you become weak, and that allow you to be indecisive because you are governed by emotions. That's why you need a man. Because a man is a protective provider. He is ruled by logic. He can guide your life. He's a man, a real man is a leader. He can guide your life. When you are confused, you run to your man. You talk to your man. If a person asks you something that you don't comprehend nor understand, you be like, I'm going to go ask my man. But through the culture, it taught you that to fend for yourself, to to, to do to make do for yourself, to depend on you. No, a woman was created to depend on a man. The feminine energy depend on the masculine energy. They both need each other. That's why they are together. That's why they belong together. We are pieces of each other that belong to each other, and we will become happy when we come together because we are pieces of a puzzle. You'll be a fool to think you can be happy alone. Your happiness will come from external people. They will come from the relationships you build. That's where your happiness come through people. So what I'm saying that women is governed and ruled by emotions. So if they are governed and ruled by emotions, which is good, but in certain situations to be ruled by emotions can be very poison because it can have you in a situation where you know you don't belong there, but you're still going to continue to stay there because you are governed by your emotions. You need a man to be like, man, leave that nigga alone. He don't deserve you. You deserve so much better than what what his mind could ever possibly think of offering you. You deserve more. You need a man like that. That's where logic come in. Logic you can equate to knowledge. Knowledge you can equate to truth. That's where a man come in to guide you. That's why it go God, man, woman, child. So if you listen to your man, you are listening to God. If you Man, let me say that again. If you listen to man, your man, which is considered in his higher self, you are listening to God. Because what's coming through him, what's streaming through him, is the flow of God, which is good. Cipher. What's streaming through his mouth is not him. It's not him. There's something streaming through him. They're doing. There's something that comes like everything has a reason for why it happened. So if a person is in your presence and y'all having a conversation, the universe place those thoughts in the person's mind to articulate during that time to get you out of your, to give you the knowledge to get out of your situation only if you apply it. That's your decision, that's your choice. But a woman is governed by emotions, so a woman can know something is right. She can know to leave that nigga, but since she's governed by her emotions, she is going to continue to stay in a situation knowing it's hurting her, knowing it's killing her, because she's governed by emotions. That's why you need a man, because a man is governed by logic, knowledge. That's why men rule the world, because a woman can become emotional. For example, so for example, right here, so a woman could have a child, right? Consider a child through this culture, right? Have a child. But with a man that lack understanding and compassion for her, right? But since she have a bond with the child, she would risk her happiness to stay in the relationship with the man than to let him go and the child. You see what I'm saying? And in the Bible it says, look, if your eye hinders you from entering the kingdom of heaven, gash it out. And you can consider your eye to an attachment. Anything that's external is honestly a attachment. You really don't have a mother. It's an attachment. For example, if I was to take you out of the family that you so called in and really place you in another family, another environment, you wouldn't even know that woman you talking to is not your biological mother. You would never know. That's how you know everything that's external of you is only an attachment. And you must attach yourself around things that's beneficial, that's meaningful for you, that's not evil, that's not corrupted, that's not non-beneficial for you. You live for you. You gonna die for you. You come in existence alone and you leave out of existence alone. You come in alone, you leave out alone. So you must attach yourself to the people that's needed on your journey, but the universe will place the things that's needed in your journey, and it might be an obstacle for you to get over, but that lesson was needed to bring your beautiful ass to the divine thought form that you're supposed to be on. But what I'm saying is, that's why a woman need a man. That's why a woman need a man to be governed, to be led, not astray, but to paradise, not to self-destruction, but to heaven. But see, these women who masculine, see what happens is they have a feminine body, right? Estrogen. They have estrogen, which makes them feminine. But since they are ruled by their masculine energy, because they are masculine women, they got logic through subjectivity, so that they feel within their mind that they can fend for themselves, because they have been given the options to work. And to work, you can be able to provide yourself with the little money you make from work. But can a woman really defend for herself in a environment where she truly belongs between a tropical Capricorn and the tropical Cancer? Can she really survive on her own? Can she really depend on her own? Can she really be independent like she claims she is? No, you always need a man, because who will protect you? A man. When a bitch gets slapped by a nigga, what the fuck she doing? Gonna run to another man? So why not be governed by your man? Why not allow your man to lead? For he's the head and use the tail. But the women who masculine, these bitches really men. They men mentally, which give them the ability to feel like a man. So they want to lead. They feel like women should have equal rights and this and that, because they masculine. But how the fuck a woman want to have equal rights to a man when her body wasn't designed to do what a man can do physically? A woman is not designed to be equal to a man. They are great in their own ways. A woman is designed to be different than what a man is. If we was all designed to do the same thing, our bodies would reflect the same image. But it doesn't. A woman is meant to nurse and nurture the man's agenda. The man is to protect and provide. And through protecting, he protect her with his whole life, which means even if he has to sacrifice anything about himself, he's going to protect her and to provide for her as mentally, physically, spiritually, sexually. The whole 9 yards. See what I'm saying? But see what I'm saying? Like, for a woman to get out of her situation, she need a man, because a woman is ruled by emotion. And if you are ruled by your emotions, when your emotion is attached to someone, even if someone is hurting you, you is going to stay there. But in the Bible, it speaks upon the weeds. So these people around you, that's none beneficial to you, but your feelings and your emotions are attached to this person, so you continue to fuck with this person when you know you don't need to be fucking with this person, but you continue to do it because you are attached to them. You see the good in those people, but what does it if these people don't see the good in themselves? You seeing the good in them, but what does it do if these people don't see their own worth? What you think of them doesn't matter if you don't see if these people don't see their own worth, because their actions will show you that they don't know their worth. But see, the thing about it, these people got weeds connected to them, shit that don't belong in their life. It's connected to them. So when they pull it out, it hurt. So what they do when they have the thought of letting go, they pull it. But since it hurts so bad to let go, guess what they do? Let it stick right back. But not knowing, it might hurt when you pull it. No, it might hurt when you pull that weed off. But you will heal. That cut, it will heal. It will, but it takes time. And through your healing, it's a process of learning. You will gain wisdom. So you will learn what not to do and what to do. You will know what not to allow and what to allow through pain and suffering. But these people allow pain to break them and to make them into what the pain is. When pain is a teacher. Pain is needed. Pain is a lesson. There was meant to be learned to bring you into the consciousness you was pain was created to be a lesson that was meant to be learned to bring you into the understanding to be who you was designed to be. But back to, like I'm saying, so it goes God, which is good, and not this imaginary man, this stupid ass shit in the sky. Don't believe that shit. And I'm not going to go into that. But first, it's God, it's man, it's woman, then it's child. That's why a man through the Bible, it says through the Bible. So I'm not going based off facts. I'm going based off the Bible, because I believe like 80 to 90% of the world is they subscribe to Christianity. So I'm gonna speak upon those percentage of people, because I know that there's more Christians than people that I can say that's lost. As far as atheists, those people are lost mentally. They don't know what to believe, so they are lost. They are unbalanced with themselves. But it's God, man, woman, child. When God was talking to Peter, when he was talking to a man, when God was talking to the disciples, he gave the disciples the knowledge to give to the people, to give to their women. That's why it goes like that: man, woman, child. God, man, woman, child. So if the woman respect the man, she is respecting God. If the woman obey the man, she's obeying God. If the woman is loving the man, she loving God. Because God is man. When a woman listens to a man, she's listening to God. When a woman listens to me, what's coming out of my mouth is the truth. I don't care how bad a person talk about my character, but what's coming out my mouth is the truth. And the truth offends the ones that have someone the the truth offends the ones that have something within them that they don't want to let go. See, you can talk about the truth to another person, they could be like, "Yeah, you right," but as soon as as soon as the truth, because the truth has no friends, but as soon as the truth brings up something that they need to work on, they instantly get cognitive dissonance because it create something within them that create anger in them because everything you are stating is going against what they belief system of what they've been programmed and conditioned to think. So it create anger within them and a backlash from them. And this comes really from those women who be masculine. Who masculine, man. When they are cosmic mutations and they lesson was to come here into what? To get the lesson of to be more feminine, to come into your more feminine role. But back to like I'm saying, women are governed by emotions, the right side of the brain. Men are governed by logic. So you always need a man to lead. If you ever looked out in any type of culture, a man lead. A man lead. Men lead everything. Men run everything. From government, from businesses. And I'm not talking about the businesses that people think they own. The government owns those businesses because those businesses, you have to pay taxes. So if you have to pay tax to something, that means it's owned by the government because you have to give back to the government. And if you have any type of dysfunction within that business, that government could come knock that bitch down. But you claim it's your business. But how is it your business if someone can actually come take that business when they want to? So, when I'm saying a man need a woman and a woman need a man, without each other, we lonely, we depressed, cause within us we know we need each other. But it's just that these women got these men around them that these men are boys. They boys. These boys depend on the system. These men do not even have the knowledge, better alone a higher self wisdom to know how to what harness their own energy and harness their own water, harness their own electricity because they are dependent on a man. So you depend on you depend on another man to take care of your woman. And you wonder why the bitch don't respect you. See, for me, I'm putting my woman and my child and my kids in an environment where money is not needed. I will make sure. Look, first off, I will create my environment. Once I create my environment, I will control my environment. Once I control my environment, I won't put anything that's non-beneficial in my environment, which is distractions. Once I control my environment, then I have the ability to know to allow who could come in and look who cannot come in, which means I'm gonna protect my child's subconscious mind, better alone my woman's mind. But what a woman must understand, if she ever wants to come to a man like me, she must empty her cup because the whole cup is filled with lies, deceit, non-beneficial things, hurt, pain, suffering. Portraying something she's not, being something she's not her whole life. So she must empty her cup because if she don't empty her cup, if I give her the truth, it's gonna overflow. So that's like it's going through one ear out the other. It's gonna overflow cause her mind capacity is filled with lies and deceit. So when I give her truth, it goes through one ear and out another. because her cup is already filled. And you can equate our minds to a phone. Like a iPhone can have 16 gigabytes, and the gigabytes could be filled with things that's non-beneficial for the phone, lies and fights and messy shit and things like that, right? Can be filled with those things. But as soon as a person can speak like this to you, and you try to save the video, what's going to happen? The phone is going to say it's too much. Basically, it's going to say there's no more storage. You cannot save. So that's like me. If you fill with lies, your cup filled with lies, your mind is rejecting the truth and saying, my cup is filled. I cannot take that in. So if you want a man like me, you must first release those beliefs. And he must have the ability to articulate what's needed to get you out of the situation you in now. See what I'm saying? But these men don't think that way. These men are boys. They are boys. They are governed by another man who runs them. But say they man. But I won't get off into that. This whole conversation is based on women are governed by emotion, while men are governed by logic. I don't care how feminine this nigga is. He have testosterone. Testosterone is what creates masculinity in a man, which means he will always be based in logic through his subjectivity, though, through his emotion. He will always be able to lead. That's why a woman follow. Men lead. A man lead. A man lead his woman. A man is a leader. He's not a follower. He's a leader. That's a man. See, these boys follow other men, which is boys. They go into groups. I don't see how men feel comfortable with boys in a group more than comfortable by myself. I stand alone. I feel weak when I'm around men. Man, bitch, I stand alone. I'm my own man. I stand on my own 2 feet. And I'm going to protect and provide for my family by any means necessary. But in a good way. I won't take from another to provide for another. No, I won't take. I will ask, but I won't take. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. I live in a universe of myself. So if I hurt another, I'm only hurting myself. And I will get the consequence of that karma through pain and suffering, so that I can only understand how it feels to hurt another. That's why pain exists. That's why karma exists, for you to come to the understanding of what you did to another, so you don't do it do it again, because you are living in your mind. So if you hurt someone, you are only hurting yourself. If you lie to someone, you are only lying to yourself. If you do this, you only doing it to your motherfucking self. So what I'm saying is, listen, women, you must let go of these men that's not beneficial for your life, that cannot teach you a motherfucking thing. They can only teach you what they've been taught by the oppressor, and expect you to be unoppressed. How these men can be considered men, but they depend on another man to provide for their family. They are led by another man, which is they oppressor that enslaved them, and they are living out their enslavement. They got chains upon their mind, and that's why I cannot point the finger and blame the women. Men lead. Once the men change their consciousness, the women will follow. But until then, it will be hell. Lying, suffering, cheating, and because men must change. A man must change. Men must change for a woman to change. Because a woman follows a man lead. I don't care if she do it secretly or she doesn't. She follow what a man does. So once a man change his thought form, the woman will change their thought form. But if a man think on a level of lies, the women will. Because the woman is only a reflection of the man. So what he does, she do. Because he was created to lead. So and a woman was created to follow. So she will lead. I mean, excuse me, error. She will follow what the man does. So if the man go to work, what's she gonna do? Go to work. And let me speak upon these women who masculine. So the oppressor gave them the options to be equal to a man as far as illegally, right? But that kills them, right? Because what happens is these women feel like that they don't need a man. So they don't allow a man to be a man. Let me stop. I won't even get into that because that's going off subject, and I must stay on subject because I have a lesson that I'm trying to teach to y'all women. A woman is governed, is ruled. The word govern and rule is the exact same thing, but it's just how you view the words. But governed and ruled by their emotions, which is considered the right side of the brain. Men is ruled by logic, which which is considered the left side of the brain. So the woman have to be led by the man, which is logic. You cannot be led by your emotions, because if you are led by your emotions, you will make temporary thoughts permanent decisions because you led by your emotions. It feels good during that moment. So you're gonna be led by your emotions, and if you are led by your emotions, you can be manipulated into doing something that you really didn't want to do. But man, you was mentally manipulated through that person because you were led by your emotions. That, that that's why these men can manipulate the women, because women are governed and ruled by their emotions. So a man can manipulate them into getting their emotions attached to those men, and they can manipulate you by words because you are governed by your emotions. That's why you need a real man, because a real man not gonna take your vulnerability for weakness, but only for strength. He won't take advantage of your kindness. He won't put your kindness as weakness, but as strength. You understand what I'm saying? Are you grasping, man? Are you grasping, man, the concept that I bring today? Are you truly? And I mean, I'm just going to end it like that. But like what I'm stating, a woman need a man, not a boy, but a man. A man need a woman, not a girl, but a woman. Always remember this. It's God, which is good. Man, which is knowledgeable. Women is the expression of his wisdom, his intellect. She passed the intellect that she turned into wisdom through her art form, through her expression to the child. That's how it goes. And to go outside of that is breaking the universal laws. That is laws through the universe. Universe, man, woman, child. The child listen to the woman instructions. The woman listen to the man instructions, and the man listen to the universe instructions. And the universe gonna place the knowledge that's needed during that time in a man's mind, and a man will articulate it if he have the ability through his what I could say, Mercury sign to his woman, and his woman is going to express it through action to the child to be an example. Mm. So listen, the universe give the man the intellect and the knowledge, but through his Mercury he must have a Mercury that allow his words to flow clearly and simply. And the great Albert Einstein said, if if a person cannot break it down simply, they do not understand it enough. If a person cannot explain to a 6 year old, they do not understand it enough. So I have the gift to take something complex and make it simple. That's what wisdom is. That is what a wise man is. He can take something complex and break it down to the simplest molecule. But the man is the intellect, is the knowledge. So he speak that knowledge to the woman. He articulate that knowledge to the woman. She is the expression of that knowledge, and look, to be the expression is to take action. So she lead by example to the child, while the man lead by example to the woman. And the universe is leading the man. So this is the a moral of the concept. Let it go of what no longer serve you. Let it go. Let it go of what's not beneficial for you and your life. You must be happy first. Fuck that. You come in this world alone. You must seek happiness first. You must I make sure that this person can make you happy first. It's all about you. You must get yourself together before you can get another together. You must see the pain in your eyes before you see a pain in another. You must see the wrong in you before you see a wrong in another. You must see the plank in your eye before you see a plank in another. You must change you before you try to change another. And I'm gonna end it just like that.